Welcome to a special episode of the PRP podcast. I'm super extra. Like, going to these birds. Welcome to a special episode of the PRP podcast where we are about to have the WWE Touchboard with my girl, Miss Pam. Miss Pam, what's good, my girl? How you going?
Hey, how are you? I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Don't be all shy. Don't be all shy to the people.
I'm warm up. My first
You know,
debut. Yes, Serena. I got big shoes to fill being the Mrs. Fam. So I'll see how it's gonna go.
listen, you the pod mother, right? You the pod father, you the pod mother now.
The pod mother.
How are you? How was your day?
Oh, it's a good day. Good day. I'm excited to get into this topic, get into this love in WWE.
Yeah.
I think Bianca and Montez are super cute, and I was happy that they were allowing us into their lives so we can see a little bit more about how it goes on.
That's right. That's right. I'm
glad that it wasn't ratchet. So
right. But you know what? I didn't think that it was ratchet, and I really appreciate that. We got a up close look of their lives, and they were super transparent, I kind of feel. And I'm ready to get into the episode. So let's start with episode number 1. Let's talk about that closet.
Girl, you know, as a girl that has all the clothes but nothing to wear, I really felt that closet because it was just all the chaos I thought it was going to be. Actually, looking at the rest of their house, I thought it was going to be actually organized with closet systems and drawers and hangers. But when she opened up and it was just everything everywhere, I was like, you know what? Okay.
It is what it is. See, when I travel, I don't like to leave. It'll be chaos when I'm packing, but only for a little while because I don't want to walk in after I come in with the suitcase filled with, clothes that need to be washed into clothes that I dumped on the bed or dumped in the closet, like just took stuff off the closet and put it on a chair or whatever. Like it gave me slight anxiety to come back from all over the world that they do, and then for them to come into that, for her to come into that closet. It's crazy. And then I started wondering, does she know what's in those piles? Do you know what's in your piles? Do you know, like,
I'm a piler. I'm a piler. I'm a basket. You can ask girl. I have 25 laundry baskets, and they're at any time filled with clean clothes that I folded, but I don't have a place to put them. So I'm a piler, and I felt really vindicated, validated that she, as in her life, as she's this big superstar, her closet is a mess like mine. So I was happy with it. Big question for you. You come home from a trip. Are you an immediate unpacker, or you will let the clothes sit in the bag type person?
The clothes is sitting in the bag. My suitcase is right here. It'll sit there for a good, I don't know. I came home last night from my mom's. It will probably stay at that door for a good week. I don't immediately pack unless I need something.
I'm an immediate unpacker. I unpack everything as soon as I get home. Put it in the hamper. Put all my toiletries back in the bathroom. I cannot. Because if I don't unpack it right that moment, it'll be like 2025, and I'll still be looking for that stuff. So and then I don't want to trip over the bag, and I don't want to. I need to be gone. So okay, that's yummy. But you seem like a very orderly person, so I don't know why that surprises me.
Well, the toiletries are not toiletries that I use in my house. They're travel size toiletries. So they're things that I specifically buy my products, the full size, and then I buy smaller size so that I don't have to be like, oh, what am I doing? And let me put these on all these plastic bags. So everything's in a plastic bag, and I don't need it until the next time I go out.
Same, but I I have a place under my sink where all of the travel size things go. Yeah. So I put it back in that area so then I can retrieve it again when it's time.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll do that a week later.
Oh, okay. Well, jumping back into Montez and Bianca, I hate all of Montez's clothing. It is too loud for me. It is too flashy for me. Every episode, I was like, "What is this shirt he's wearing? It's not my style. It's not for me."
I mean, or why is he wearing shoes and pajamas? Why is he wearing shoes and pajamas?
No, but he had those loafers.
It's very Florida. It's very Florida.
Yeah.
It's
is that what it is? He's definitely a Florida man.
Yeah, he definitely is. Because I was not feeling it at all. What else? The colors. They're always color coordinated.
They're always color coordinated. Yes. But you know what? I feel like that. I feel like she mentioned that. Was this the episode? See, here's where it goes. Is this the episode where her friend came to visit and they were talking on the couch?
Yes. And they used to do that as friends.
That's what I was gonna say. She said, before I met Montez, we used to match all the time. And I was like, is that normal?
I didn't have friends like that. But okay. I thought it's cute. Like, it's cute. She has a very jovial spirit. So it made me feel like it was okay. She got a pass. Of course, she's one of my favorite WWE superstars. Anyway, so I gave her a pass. But every episode, I was like, ugh.
They're matching.
If it wasn't the shade, it was close to the shade.
Well, one episode, I don't know if we're going to talk about one episode, I made a note that he had on the bottom and she had on the top. Like he had on the sweatshirt and he on the sweatpants. But it was like it was one suit together that they split up and put on because they're about the same size. Like they look like they wear the same clothes, like the same because they're
oh my god! I don't know. Do you wait? Don't get no. Wait, hold on. Have you ever matched aside from Christmas pictures? Right? You know the infamous. Well, have you ever taken the infamous picture, pajama picture?
Yeah, we taken 3 pictures, Earl? He's not there. Okay. He's in the background. We've taken 3 pictures where we were matching our clothes. Together. We did. It was myself, my husband, Mr. Ilfam, and Lil Fam. We all had on the same red plaid shirt. We took a Christmas picture outside. We did pajamas one year. It was epic fail. Everyone hated it, and I think those are only 2 times we matched, like matchy. We have unintentionally worn the same color at the same time. Okay. But it wasn't like today we're gonna wear the blue shirt, babe. No, it was not that. It was just like I'm wearing a green shirt. He happened to put on a shirt that had green on it, or he put on a shirt and then I put on a shirt that was close to his. Oh no, we do a couples trip every year to Deep Creek, and part of that is one night we all wear the same thing, like we all have a matching thing. And one year it was couples pajamas, and so Earl and I wore the same. I keep saying Earl, dang it. We wore the same pajamas, like same outfit. Okay. We bought polo pajamas and we leave the same ones. So.
Have you ever worn the same color outside of a wedding? Like not going to a wedding where you both are in the wedding. So of course his cummerbund might be the same color. Yeah. Have you ever like said, we're going to this event and you're going to be the matchy match. Like they do the matchy match.
I don't want to say never because it probably did happen. I think we went to a wedding and our clothes were complimentary, but we didn't plan it. Like it ended up, we looked good together. It was a complimentary outfit, but it wasn't like he had on blue pants and I had a blue dress. It was like he had on blue pants. He had on, I think you wore pink pants and like a nice, because it was like a beach wedding. And I wore like a salmon, and then I wore like a coral dress, so kind of like
okay.
But it wasn't like we were intending to be matchy.
Okay.
I'm not the matchy type of person, so
yeah.
That's probably why.
Okay, so staying in the realm.
Oh wait, no. Before you move forward, I want to know if you've ever matched for somebody before. You had that high school boyfriend, that college boo.
No. No.
I'm gonna need somebody to verify. I'm gonna need to call a friend to see if I can verify.
But wait, mom in the sweatshirt braid. Let's stay in the clothes section. Mom
Excuse me?
and that sweatshirt, the sweatshirt braid, the sweatshirt braid that mom had on.
Oh,
remember she had
her with the braid
hair. And she was walking around.
Nah, I blocked that from my memory. I was like, nah, we're not going to acknowledge that sweatshirt braid. We not.
At first, I was like, wait, did WWE sell that sweatshirt? I don't remember.
No, she made that herself. That's a one-of-one.
No.
That's a one-of-one.
And let's talk about her costume making abilities. The fact that she makes the time, and like we've always known this, that she makes her costumes for each, and that feels like she's an intentional performer, which I absolutely love about her. From the HBCU marching band to the dance team, I loved that. Like, she really took us into her method and her process in making both their outfits, and basically not giving him an option. Like, I'm going to make your outfit and you're going to like it.
I mean, I was happy that she doesn't make all of his outfits, but she was adamant that for his big solo debut, she wanted to contribute and give him this outfit. So I thought that was like an expression. It was like a act of service type of love language. She's like, I want to do this for you because I know how important it is. I want it to be right. So I appreciated that she was willing to give her time to make sure that he had something that was right. I felt that it was like a way of her showing her love for him and support for him.
Which that was the common thread throughout the whole. That's the one thing that I have to say. I did not ever think that they did not love each other, or it was fake, or it was fraudulent, or it was just forced. It felt like two kids in high school just married and enjoying what they do, working together, enjoying what they do, and sincerely like showing support for one another. And the one thing that I wanted to touch on was the fact that Montez was so open about how he was feeling in terms of where he was within the opportunity and not wanting to be Bianca Belair's husband. He wanted to be his own. He wants to be his own self. I love that he takes his career super serious, but without any resentment. And there may have been times where maybe I was just like, does he not? But in the end, he has no resentment. He's always going to love and support her regardless of where they are. Because if she's happy, like, he's happy. You know what I mean? And I love that.
Well, I felt that way as well. But I also wonder, I don't want to give, I mean, if people haven't seen it, I don't want to get into too many spoilers, but it ends up, I wonder if it would have been different if it didn't work out for him. So
yeah, I wonder that too.
Because he was very like open, like, oh, you know, I want this to be my year, and I'm doing all these things to try to get on the scene. And what if it wasn't enough and he didn't get on the scene, right? And would he have still kept that positive upper lip, like, or you know, like, I'm keeping a stiff upper lip, you know? Would he have still been so supportive? I mean, because part of you, it's a human emotion that you're gonna be envious that you know, I've done all I can. And he always says about Bianca that it's her success doesn't happen like that. Not everyone gets this a chance for it, and people have to work hard, and she just is a phenom and she rose to the top. How long would that have been the case for him to be supportive and be like, you know, I'm busting my hump out here, and and like everything's being handed to her? Eventually, I feel like it would have become a resentment situation, but because it ended up working out for him, I think so, me personally. But maybe I'm just weathered. I'm cynical that maybe, you know, but maybe he would have stayed positive, but I could see him starting to get defeated, especially when they went to SmackDown and their segment got cut. Yeah. If more things like that would have happened, I don't know if he would have been able to stay as positive as he did. But maybe I'm you know, reading something into what was not there, but it ended up working out, so we don't know. But you know,
yeah, I think as you talk about it, I think you're probably right, because I did, you know, we see remnants of jealousy a little bit, and I don't think it's like deep rooted and like bad jealousy. No. It's more like, damn, I'm doing it. Like he changed it. You can see within the course of the episodes that his body changed completely. You can see, you know, when he went out on injury, which I didn't even realize that he was on injury at one point because it was just so quiet. When he came back, he was like a completely different person. And then the body changed again. Like he's a completely different person now. So I feel like the one thing he is consistent. I feel like he is consistent.
Yeah.
I feel like he does want a singles run.
Agree.
I feel like he takes how he looks, like the fact that they both take how they look seriously on the outside, and the fact that he tries to not necessarily impose completely on his tag partner, but kind of like, hey, you know, we're about to do this. You can't wear sneakers. You can't, or if you're going to wear sneakers, you need to do this. You need to get a suit. And like, I love the way he doesn't like get mad at him if he didn't want to do the stuff, but kind of like continuously kind of like, come on, you need to change. I love how Bianca was just like, you're not wearing that. You need to get it together. I love the way
because she was like, oh no, you're not gonna do that.
Exactly. You ain't coming over here like blah blah blah.
Right.
I thought it was hilariously funny and so like inconvenient that he just was like, they had some time because they barely have time, and Dawkins decided he wanted to hop in the back seat because he didn't get his stuff together. And like, I
thought it was all their flights got canceled.
Right.
All their flights got delayed,
but he could have arrived with somebody else.
And then he got the last rental car.
Right, but he could have put a ride with somebody else. Yeah. So I kind of felt like you could have called somebody else that was going your way. I'm sure somebody lives in your town. You could have called somebody else and let them have that. But of course he won't. He's right there.
I mean, also, I don't know how they... She's dancing to the music. Also, I don't know how they work together and live together. I wouldn't be. It's too much for me. I would not be able to. I wouldn't be able to. Like it's just too much time. I feel like they're always together, but they're not together. So it was weird. Like they're always together, but they don't have any time together. Is what they were kind of complaining about. I just think it would be just way too much if Fam and I work together and we're together all day long, and then all the rest of the time, I would be like, all right. Like I can't. Right. I need a break. Right. I feel like their job has no break. My job, I come home and I have a break and I go back to work. They don't really have a break. That would be very exhausting for me. Like very draining for me. That WWE schedule or WrestleMania schedule I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not able.
Crazy. And talk about no breaks, and then you have people just popping in. I love family. I love family. I swear to you I do. But good gracious, when you don't have the time, the one-on-one time together, and then they popped in, just turning on lights and blowing out candles.
Like, read the room. Like, read the room. The mom walked in, was like blowing candles out, turn the lights on, open these shades, open the shades up.
Why so dark here?
I was like, they have a date.
Oh my gosh. So fixing stuff and just, oh my goodness. And that's the one thing I don't like when I had a live-in, and my stepdad came to visit, and he was kind of like trying to fix stuff when my live-in was there. This is when I was living in Springfield, Virginia. He used to get upset, like, yo, I could do it. He was starting to feel like he was trying to say that he wasn't taking care of the house. And I just thought that after this man had a back surgery, like, if you're gonna come over, just come over and relax and chill.
He was on a ladder, child.
They was all into their stuff.
I mean,
he's like, baby, go get him. He's like, what you mean? Like, I didn't send him up there.
That's how parents are, though. That's how parents be.
Oh my goodness.
That's how parents are. They come over and they just be, it be your house. It be their house in your house. Like, they just be here doing, it. You gotta, I'm not,
Yeah.
And when I saw that, it was very much familiar to me. So I was laughing because I was like, it's not just me, it's other people.
Right. It's other people.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I thought that was funny. And I also thought it was funny that the mother was talking about how the dad just won't sit still and won't just rest. And then it was annoying Bianca, but I'm like, you're the same way. You're the same way to the father. And Montez was like, so that annoys you that he's constantly moving? And she was like, yeah. And he was like,
oh, interesting.
And finally she got it. She was like, oh, you're trying to say, oh, you're saying
right.
It's me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
So I would just say that the constant theme of the whole series was Bianca being at a crossroads of wanting to have a baby and wanting to have a career. Mm-hmm. And it was in every episode, every single episode, somebody brought it up. Mm-hmm. And she's actually a little bit older than I thought she was. She's 34, which by, the world standard, she's about to be an old maid spinster. she's about to be Sarah to Abraham in a minute. How people are making her seem like she's 99 and a half. She's Louise.
Oh my God, that is hilarious. It's not.
But the way that her parents are making it sound like she was, knocking on death's door.
And you know what? So here's the issue that I had with that, right?
Yeah.
The issue that I had with that was they know, because they're reaping the benefits of going to WrestleMania. Now, first of all, something as big as WrestleMania, when you're working it, I think it's different when it's completely different when it's when you're in the show as opposed to working the show, right? I would, if I'm going to a big event and I'm working the big event, I feel like it's a lot to bring my family on, because then you kind of have to, like when I was at BET and we did the BET Awards, and I invited my son, my nephew, and my best friend. I barely saw them all weekend. It was just too much. And they was like, so when we going? What time we got to be there? What's the schedule? And they're in the show. And I thought that was like, can y'all just figure it out?
Well, I mean, I think that goes to like family and parents. Like, I think that's a normal parent thing to do. Like, to like, so what time I gotta be there? Where you want me to show up at? Are you gonna come get me? Like, that was like a normal. It was just very normal to me. I was like, yeah, it's a part for the course. Are you gonna send me the flight information? She's like, it's in the app. I don't know how to use the app. How do I get to that? Like, it was normal. It was a very normal thing for me. I just thought it just solidified to me that they're normal people.
Yes, they're normal, annoying people. Annoying.
I mean,
I love you, mama. Right. Right. It's all normal.
And then she have had knee surgery as well. Like, I was like, it's a lot.
It's too much.
Be in a wheelchair. I mean,
it's too much. It's too much. But I also love.
But they like the support of their family, because Montez was so happy that his mom, that she surprised him with his mom coming to the event, the chamber match. And she was so excited. He was so excited to see her. She was excited to see him. So I think that's what they do, and I don't know if it's that big a deal. Like, I
don't think it is. I don't think it's a big a deal.
Yeah, it's probably. But it was just looking like. But she said that we're not gonna have a lot of time to spend with y'all. She told them, so I think they were aware. And this is her third WrestleMania, so I feel like they know.
Right. I hope. They know this one. I hope they know this one. And then I asking about flight times and shit. What I didn't also like was since they're in the midst of everything, and I think this is some of the things that I expect my family to know sometimes. Like, if I'm busy, if I'm doing something, you know that I'm doing something. Please don't ask me questions about, I just need you to take care of it, right? They kept asking about the baby situation. And it was adding a lot of pressure for her. And I felt like they didn't have to ask around that time. But then again, like you said, she was feeling like her daughter was, would you say Sarah?
She was Sarah to Abraham. Like, Sarah and Abraham, right. They was in their hundreds when they had baby, right. They had their first baby, right. Isaac. And right. What it was? Isaac, she had given up. She was ruled barren. And then she had this baby. Right. So that's what they that's how they feel. That's feeling. How well, everybody was feeling the same way. But I just felt like it was too much. Also, it's a show, and they obviously shot hundreds of hours of footage, and they pushed the narrative. So who knows? The mother might not have, because we only saw like snippets of their interactions. Right. Every snippet we saw was like baby, but I don't know if they probably talked about other stuff, and then they just clued in on the baby thing to make it interesting for the thing. But of course, you saw that Bianca almost had a nervous breakdown. She was like freaking out
because it was too much.
It was too much.
It was too much. It was, and then the baby, and then her friend's baby came. Oh, that looks good. Yeah, like
that's how aunties be talking though. At the cookout.
I know. That's how aunties talk. Good gracious.
Girl, I lived it. I was there with it because it.
Did you really?
Earl and I were married for 5 years before we had our son, so I was there. Every cookout. When y'all gonna have a baby? Oh, look at so-and-so. So-and-so had a baby. Oh, let's hope so-and-so's baby. So I'm there but I wasn't even I wasn't even 30. I was 28. They were acting like I was close to Sarah. Like I was getting close. Y'all been married for a long time. I'm like, have we been married a long time? Like people, it was like that kind of a
yeah.
Now, granted, did I have a WWE creator consider? I did not. But I did not. Was I gonna have to stop my job for 18 months? I was not.
Right.
But I wasn't ready. Like I was doing it when I was ready, but people were asking all the questions. So I feel her. I was in that situation where people were on my back about having a baby. So this was very relatable to me, and things people say to you intentionally can be very damaging to your psyche.
And that's what bothered me about those random segments. And I like the fact that they had their conversations together. I kind of felt like he secretly wanted her to get pregnant.
He said he's ready any day.
Did, right? And then I think she did. I think she did. She didn't want to have to make the decision. She wanted it to just happen so that she didn't have to
think about it hard and plan it. Yeah.
So
I think also though it's difference for men and for women when they're having a baby, because the man can keep going on with his life.
That's right. That's why I think he was happy. That's why I think it was. Yeah. He was secretly wanting her to be pregnant,
so he could be the person in the spotlight.
Not necessarily be the person in the spotlight, but kind of like. I don't think I think it's of course it's going to be a distraction, a little bit of a distraction for him, where he can work on creating his own lane and being at the forefront, maybe even a solo thing, because I feel like he hears the rambling, he sees the ramblings on the internet. You know what I mean? And I think he wanted it too. He sort of kind of wanted it too, but he felt guilty, as any tag partner, any best friend, any person that your coworker that you're tag teaming with, that you may get a promotion or whatever, you're always going to feel bad. That's a natural feeling, to feel bad that you're possibly leaving somebody behind and getting a shot and they're not. And you saw that he got that elimination chamber shot, you know? I think Dawkins was okay with it, but I think Dawkins expected him to come back. Like, you come back, right? All right, go ahead and do your thing, but you come back. And I think that's the part. And he was just like, you don't want more, you don't want more. And I didn't like the phrase that he used, and I'm paraphrasing here, where he said,
comfortable. I like being comfortable.
I like being comfortable, being on TV. Like, that's fine. Being on TV every week. I don't care. Like, not that necessarily that he didn't care, but he was just comfortable at where he was, and Tez wanted more. And that's where I think it got a little bit tricky. And it changed my outlook a little bit of Dawkins a little bit. So,
I mean, I guess they didn't change my impression of Dawkins, because what he was saying is not everyone gets to be where we are right now. And I made it this far. And that was like an accomplishment for him. He doesn't have aspirations of a solo career. And this is enough for him. Like, this is enough. And I don't think that's a bad thing per se. It's a bad thing if you're Montez, because
that's what I mean.
To do more, but it's not bad in the sense of he's doing what he thinks he needs to maintain what he likes, the life that he likes. So,
but I think he expects Tez to be at that level, to stay at that level too, because it feels like he doesn't want to be by himself. The impression I got was, although he wanted to stay where he was at, he doesn't want Tez to have a solo career, because he doesn't want a solo career. So that's where my outlook changed. It's not going to be the same process. It's not going to be the same.
But maybe it's something different, separate but equal.
You're right. But I felt like he just expected and wanted him to stay there. It made Tez feel a certain kind of way. Like, he felt bad. You know, it was clear that he felt bad. And, you know, sometimes it makes you want to say, maybe I should just put a pause on it right now. But I don't think that's Montez's personality. No, I don't think it is. But also, even if it was his personality, the type of person that he is, and how animated he is, and how he is very star esque, he can't dim the light. He can't.
Right.
And I think,
I agree.
And I personally think that Dawkins has potential to do more. I legitimately
he doesn't want to do. Yeah, he just don't want to. But maybe that'll change once he sees the success that Montez may have. So who knows, you know? Let's talk about unlikely friendships. I did not expect her good girlfriend to be Liv Morgan.
Me neither.
At all. But because
I don't like Liv.
Okay.
I don't like Liv. I don't know enough about her interaction. I thought that interaction was weird. Thought not weird, forced. I thought it was forced.
No, I thought the interaction with Becky was forced.
Oh, I don't remember the interaction with Becky.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I remember them talking. I don't remember what they were saying. I don't know. I don't remember what they were saying though. Because I think.
Yeah. So basically they were in like the getting ready room. I don't know what that's called, the getting ready room. And I think they were like getting I don't know if they were getting like a personal trainer makeup type wrapping, or they're getting makeup, but they were in there talking. And so Bianca was like, how do you balance being a WWE superstar, a mom, and a wife? And she's like, Becky was like giving her like the most ridiculous one-word answers ever. Like, she's like, you make it happen. And then she's like, I know, but like, and she was like, well, you just find things to do that make you feel like you. And she was like, okay. And she's like, well, how like, it was the most like, I don't know if they chopped it up weird, whether she said more and they chopped it, but it was like not very helpful. Like it was almost like she was being cagey. Like it wasn't a.
So I got the same impression so there were different interactions within the whole season, that felt weird and felt like they just wanted this person to be in this framework or whatever. Like it just didn't feel like a natural relationship. I'm not going to say that her and Liv wasn't a natural relationship. It wasn't enough for me. And I just felt like she just wanted to be there and be on the screen. That was one. Two, the Becky thing, I might have fast forward. I might have fast forwarded that one because I just felt like I told you what my whole synopsis on the whole thing was behind the scenes. And so I just didn't get a sense. She might have said one word and I just fast forwarded it.
It was very like not, it was like she was trying to intentionally be vague. Like she wasn't trying to really give her, and maybe she wasn't trying to steer her either way. Like, I'm not telling you to have a baby. I'm not telling you not to have a baby, but it was kind of like, you'll be fine. It'll be okay. It'll work out. Like it was that kind. It was like that kind of a talk. And I was like, it kind of was off-putting to me because I would have thought that Becky would have had more things to either encouragement.
Well, she just went through
you do it, or like discouragement, like it's hard, and I really it's really hard. But she was very like
standoffish a little bit.
Yeah, standoffish. And maybe this is how. I don't know. Maybe Becky's just a closed person in life. Like maybe she's not a very talkative, open person. But it was very. It was like a very I don't know. It rubbed me the wrong way. That interaction rubbed me the wrong way. And I feel like looking at Bianca's face, she felt the same way. She was like, okay. Like, so then she was like, now I leave. So then I think they did a cut scene and she was like talking to different people. I now feel even more confused about whether I want to be a mom or not. And it was right after the Becky segment. So I don't know if they just forced that together or if it was a weird cut. Like, I feel like that was a weird cut.
That was weird.
I thought her friend was really encouraging. The one friend, her oldest friend, I think they were the two friends. They were really encouraging about how, I think they were really encouraging about it. Okay, this is a random side note. Why did I think there were going to be black barbers in the cutting their hair, and they definitely were not, and I was shocked and appalled.
Oh, you can't tell.
And appalled, child.
But you can't tell.
Oh, I was like, why? I was like, why you letting him do that to you? Back away from him. Don't do it.
Every time I look at that screen and I'm like, word? Okay. Going back to the friends, I think that I really I really like the friendship that Reggie and Cornell have with Tez. And
who is Cornell, child?
Cornell is the one that he was playing basketball with.
Oh yeah. But I did not like his wife though.
She was a little. I think she was afraid. Not afraid, but a little timid. I think she was probably timid. That's not what you got. I got timid, but I liked the bromance that they have. And I think we've been exposed to it on the timeline a little bit, and to see it live. Or on the to see it play out in this series, just as because he's got kids too, and so and he used to work for the WWE as well. Now he works for 2K, and I think it felt genuine. It didn't feel like I know who they are.
I will say that the friendship between I didn't remember his name, Cornell and Montez was genuine. I felt like the wife was like, I'm here because my husband's friends with y'all. Her answers were like, it was like, I'm here because we're doing a couples thing. But she like when Bianca was like, oh, I really appreciate y'all. Every time we it's really, we're really busy. And every time, we go out with you guys, it's always on our time because we're so busy. And she was like, girl, I understand.
She was mindful. I love that she was mindful about that.
Yeah, Bianca was mindful.
Like, you think she was like, girl, I know.
She was. To me, her face was like, yeah, no, I understand. And she's like, well, I'm just trying to understand, try to figure out what I'm gonna do with the baby. She's like, girl. I read it was like, girl.
I thought she was just
girl. Oh, yeah. And then they just like would cut, and then Cornell and Montez were talking, and then they didn't go back to the wife because her energy was like, anyway, excuses, whatever. Like, okay, girl. Like,
because I feel like Cornell is like Montez, right? And so it's opposites attract a little bit. And Bianca, I feel like she's very personable, but she's not as wild as he is, right? So I think that she's probably the low-key one in the relationship, and that's why I think I got that timid feel from her. I didn't
from the other wife.
From the other wife, I got timid. But now that you're saying,
felt like she didn't want to be there. She did not want to be there.
She did not want to be there. And I'm like, oh, maybe that is what it was.
It's like they're friends, and they want their wives to be friends, and I still think they're compatible. And so she just was like, I'm here. We're on TV.
Cookouts, but she was coming to the cookouts though.
All right, then. I'm just saying what I saw. I'm saying what I saw. I don't know. I'm saying what I saw. I feel like that girl didn't. They like I felt like she was there. They are cordial at best, but Montez and the homeboy are friends. But but Bianca and the girl are cordial at best.
Right.
That's how I felt. But
right. You know what I also
I could be wrong. Right into the show. Cornell's wife, right into the show.
Because you was about to call him Cornelius.
Cornell's wife, right into the show. Let me know.
You know, I've also felt that it was interesting that how she felt when Rhea picked Charlotte.
Ooh, girl, she was upset.
She was not happy, and I never thought. I think the fans wanted. I know. I think the fans. I didn't think that she was going. I didn't have a decision when that whole situation happened. I didn't know who she was going to pick anyway. Mm-hmm. I did say naturally with the story and the history between them at NXT, I would have thought that she would have picked Bianca. But when she picked Charlotte, I thought, okay, because she's a 4 horseman and that's the huge accomplishment. But still, Bianca is still a huge accomplishment. But it was interesting to see the vulnerability of what?
She felt some kind of way.
And I was like, oh, okay. I just love that common thread throughout the whole season that, they really were invested and really letting people in and letting them see who they are and understanding how genuine and authentic they are.
Right.
That's what I have to say that I loved about the show. It aside from some different interactions where it just felt like, did somebody write that? Because you said it like you memorized it. There were some phrases and some lines that felt like it was memorized, and it was they were specifically asked to use those lines. But that's me always looking into crap, and so I just need to stop looking into reality shows.
I didn't get that perception on any of the lines that they said. I did feel like there were a lot of situations, like you're saying, they cut it in a way where they're always talking about her having a baby. They cut it in a way where they're focused in on Bianca's imposter syndrome. I felt that. I didn't like that. I mean, I guess that is who she is. She's always trying to be better, always not wanting to do her best. And but I also felt like, in a way, they made her seem unsure of herself, which I didn't appreciate. And like I felt like she's always questioning whether she belonged on the stage and trying to stay on top and stay current. And I wonder if that's just a Black woman thing, or if that was how they framed her, and she really is not like that. And I was wondering about that. I also wondered, this is totally random. I don't know if you noticed, every room of their house on the wall was a picture of them. Some various pictures of them, every room of their house. And other than that, the house was very well decorated, very beautiful. But every wall in their house that was available for a picture had pictures of them in various sizes. The one above the bed was like ginormous. Across from the bed, like over the dresser, was a what's it called? Gallery wall, pictures of them. In the living room, there was 3 pictures of. I mean, go back and look. There were pictures of them kissing
everywhere.
Everywhere. I love
coupled with the picture, coupled with coupled with the colors, with the coordination of the colors. This is where I kind of feel like I see what you're saying, but I kind of felt like they are sure of their love. That's what I will say. They are sure of their love. It doesn't feel like they're forcing it.
No, and that part feels genuine. Yeah, that they really do care about each other and love each other. It just, a lot of the other stuff felt a little forced to me. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. In the beginning of that first episode, when he was like, what's the first episode? Yes.
Which one?
Where he was like going into Royal Rumble, and he's like, "I gotta win a Rumble, sir. Are we really thinking you're gonna win the Royal Rumble? Like, is that really? Is that really something we think that's gonna?" That was cute. I thought that was cute. Like, did you really think? And she's like, "Oh, there's only 11 seconds. He's only there for 11 seconds." They made on the show, it made it seem like he was in there for so much longer, but it is what it is.
I didn't realize it was 11 seconds, and another thing, him being so vulnerable again about that 11 seconds. As a Black man in this society, when we talk about mental health, and I'm not saying that he has mental health, but I'm saying the fact that he was so expressive and so
he was like, yeah, I'm mad about it. Yeah,
he was mad. And some people would be just okay with just being in the Rumble, regardless. He was in the Rumble, regardless if he came out, he was in the Rumble. But the fact that he felt that way and he let us know that he felt that way, I thought I commend him for that. So,
he turned that negative into a positive. He's like, you know what? It's all about moments. I gotta have my moments. So my moment's gonna be slamming Otis. So he was preparing to slam Otis.
He did it.
Yeah. So I thought that was cool that he took that negative and fueled him into a positive. But I was like, let's be realistic, sir. I don't know why he was thinking he's gonna win a Royal Rumble. It was interesting.
Hey, we can have dreams, right?
I mean, yeah. I also loved how silly they were. How they were silly.
Early in the morning.
I love that.
I think he would get on my nerves, but then I see a little bit of him in me sometimes when I'm feeling silly. So then I said to myself, maybe not be so silly all the time. Because just like breaking into like, like that I was just like, oh my God, like I had to fast forward after like 10 seconds of him going. I was just like,
just like singing. Yeah. I mean, I thought it was cute, and he seems very extra as a human being. And there's nothing wrong with extraness, I guess. But I wonder. I mean, of course, we watched them. They know the cameras are rolling. So, how much of that extraness was extra for the camera, and how much of the extraness is actually him? But she didn't seem too shocked by it. So it could be. I mean, she was annoyed. Like she came out of her bonnet like.
What is wrong with you at 5 o'clock?
Right. She was like, well, she was like, fine, let me go take my bonnet off. Like it was right. Oh, speaking of bonnet, when he pulled that hat off her head and it was the hair was sewed into the hat, I was done.
Yo, she is one thing that she showed us of how creative she is and how she will put us. She said, listen, I ain't got no time. And I be in airports. I'm not having my hair done. I'm put this hat on, and y'all gonna think it's done. I love it.
I loved it. I thought that was so cute.
Yes. Another thing I will say, I loved that she was super comfortable and she understood her limits as to the competition that she was going to do, and how she kind of felt like she knew what her threshold was, and she knew, okay, I do want to do this, but I don't want it so bad that I'm going to compromise all the work that I've done. And I loved that.
I don't know if I agree with that.
But I loved how Montez, although he didn't want to do it, he was doing it for his wife. He didn't want to do it. I didn't like, at first I was like, well, he should still do it. And he was just like, but I didn't want to do it. I was just doing it for you, and I want to eat. Yeah. I love that he did that, but I really like that when she felt like, okay, I'm wanting to eat in the middle of the night. She knew, okay, I got to stop. I can't do this competition because now I'm going to start compromising all the work that I've done with respect to controlling the triggers, so to speak, as it pertains to her eating disorder. And she was so open about it. And she did it and didn't feel bad about it. And didn't feel bad. And he didn't make her feel bad about it.
Well, I think that she was, had she not talked to her mom about it, I think she would have still done it. She would, but she was like, I need someone to tell me it's okay to not do it. And she didn't think that Montez was going to be that person until she got the confidence from her mom to tell him, I don't want to do it. Okay. Because she was still going to try to push through it. And her mom's like, well, you don't have to do all things right now. The competition will be here. There's always a competition. Right. You can do it later. And then she talked about, I can tell I'm going too far because I feel like I'm going to be sucked back into that unhealthy place of the eating disorder. Right. So I guess what you're saying and what I'm feeling is right. Like, I'm feeling it's wrong. You're saying it's okay to not do it. Now she was just like, I got to tell Montez that I don't want to do it. Mm-hmm. She wasn't comfortable enough going to him directly and saying, hey, I feel like she had to talk to her mom about it first to get the confidence to then go and tell him. Mm-hmm. And she was right. If I feel like I'm going to not relapse, but I feel unhealthy like I did back then when I had this problem. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to get to that. I don't want to get to that point. So I think we should stop. And he was okay with it. He was fine with it because he wanted to stop anyway too. Mm-hmm. But I don't agree that she knew it and wanted to stop. I agree that she knew it and she wanted to stop. She needed someone to validate her in stopping, which was her mom.
I think she knew regardless of whether she needed the validation or not, she knew she had to talk to somebody, and she didn't try to push through and feel bad on her own. I think a lot of these things you need to have a conversation, and the fact that whether it be with Montez or whether it be with her mom, she knew that she was getting down the road. She couldn't. Yeah. She's going down the road. And she talked to somebody, and some people don't do it at all. So I think that's the part for me that I'm like, I'm glad she knew that I can't do it. Right. So I love that. I loved it. Do you think we're going to have an episode, season 2?
Only if they get pregnant. I think that's the only reason why they would do a season 2, because we wouldn't want another season of people pressuring them to get pregnant and then her being like, I don't want to. A season 2 would only come if they have a baby, in my opinion.
I like that. Love in WWE, Bianca and Montez have a baby. I like that.
I think it's the only reason why it would make sense to do a season 2.
I like that a lot.
Because there wasn't enough drama for us to be like, are they staying together? Are they breaking up? Because that would be like, if it was that kind of relationship, then there would be a season 2 because there'd be more drama to continue. Right. They left it on, I don't know if I'm ready yet or whatever. So we have to, that would only be the reason that's the only reason I can see it.
What are your takeaways from the show?
That I love Black love. Mm-hmm. Black love conquers all. Yay for them. That the WWE schedule, life is relentless. She was sick. She was falling asleep. They were just everywhere. She was getting her makeup. She was falling asleep in the makeup chair, getting her makeup done. She was like that. Right. I mean, I did not realize how relentless the schedule is, how grueling it is for them. So that was an eye opener for me. So those are my takeaways. Black love conquers all. WWE schedule is relentless. Dawkins is dusty.
My takeaways from this is same thing with Black love, supporting each other, being vulnerable and letting each other know where you're kind of feeling short, and not judging that person for telling you how they're feeling, and just continuously being supportive, I feel like is amazing to see, especially with two young couples like them. Friendships. I like the friendships that Dawkins, Cornell, and Tez has. I think men not a lot of men like to be vulnerable with their friends and talk about certain things. And I like that they talked about the baby stuff. They talk about life itself. And I felt like it was genuine, and including Reggie. I felt like Reggie and Omos it felt like they were a crew. It felt like it was a crew, like it does on the timeline. And I love that she's intentional. She moves with intent in everything that she does, whether it be her costume, whether it be something that she's incorporating in her program. She's very intentional, and she's extremely inclusive. She is not afraid to say, I don't know, what's your opinion? Which, regardless of how Becky responded, I feel like I commend her for even asking, and I just felt like I wanted her to get what she needed out of that from her. And she probably didn't, but she's who she is, and who we see. I feel like she's that girl next door. She's a great and amazing representation for all Black women, whether she goes heel or not. I think she is the representation in the WWE for all Black women. Sincerely.
All right. One last quote that I thought was really, it kind of encapsulated everything for me when Montez says, everything is a fit, right? So how you look, how you present yourself is your only chance you have to make their impression. So everything is a fit. That's right. When they were arguing about washing the car, he was like, why are you washing around the car? He goes, because it's dirty. And I don't want people to ride around and see me driving around a dirty car, because everything is the image. The image, the brand is everything. And
first impression, I think last impression. Yep.
I feel like they both live that that very much, that everything is the brand. And I don't know how exhausting that might be for them, but I think they'll have much success if they keep on thinking of, thinking holistically, like this is our brand, everything's the brand. So
yes. Love it. Yay, Miss Fino, we got through our first show together. We did it. Right. Y'all don't even understand what the back end was looking like. We was like, should we? What do we do? How do we do it?
But we did it, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it.
Did it. We did it. And
are we going to ask people to leave us comments what they thought about the show?
So go ahead, you Miss Co-host. Go ahead, tell them to leave us a comment.
I mean, so we just gave you our opinion of what we thought about the show. All 8 episodes. We binged it. I binged it in 2 days, well, 1.5 days. And Mimi watched it on the plane, right?
3 hours.
3 hours. That's why you don't remember stuff, because you probably was fast forwarding through the show.
I was like,
I watch it. I watch every minute uninterrupted. Every minute.
Commercial
So
free.
if you agree with us, disagree with us, please leave us a comment down in the comment section. You need to follow Mimi on social media. I am Mimi Shells. It's right there at the bottom.
Okay. You better tell people where to follow
me. Do not follow me. It's there at DB Wilkes number 7. Right. Do not follow me, because it's not going to be good.
It's dry. She said her account is dry. It's dusty.
Ooh, dry like this hair, girl. Dry. I think I posted in 2019 was the last time I posted something. So please follow at IlFam79 on all your social media choice. Yes. He is the pod father. I'm the pod mother. I be busy behind the scenes, making sure the pod father is doing well, doing good. So please hit him on Instagram, Twitter, and all the things. And go all things Black Rasslin at Black Rasslin on your social media of choice.
That's right. And don't forget to check us tomorrow on The Buckle at 6:35 with me, Corey, and Justin, and Thursdays at the Black Rasslin YouTube, where we talk trash. Well, that's
8:35 live, right?
8:35 Club, 8:35 live with Mimi talking trash. and sing, giving everybody a concert.
Oh, no. We don't. I think we need to retire that. I think that we need to leave that in 2023. I think
stick.
2024 is a new. That's your stick. We're going to need it. Can we go back to the drawing board? We're going to have to go back to the drawing board on that one. We're going to have to rebrand it. Everything's a part of the brand. We got.
But that's my brand. My brand is I don't have an intro. My brand is I just do.
You sing.
I just come in.
Come in hot every time, huh? Come in hot on the mic.
Hot on the mic. All right, y'all. Check us out. We will see you on Thursday and till season 2.